Good morning, students. It's Friday. Thank you for joining us on HYFNTV. I'm Nzinga.
I'm Diego.
And I'm Jay Will. Let's get the show started, y'all.
Good morning, Arizona students. HYFNTV is broadcast to high schools across Arizona and the U.S. It's our mission to bring you sports, news, and current affairs to keep you informed about what's happening in the world around you. We have been keeping you up to date with the International Space Program that is currently booming, and we have also brought you stories about China and their arms buildup and aggressive posturing. Today, we have a story that pulls all of these elements together. China's Hyfn spacecraft, a satellite with the stated purpose of cleaning up space junk, has an orbital companion, but we're not entirely sure what it is. Here is what we know. The Hyfn satellite was launched to space by a Long March 3B rocket on October 23rd. It was reported by the Chinese state-run Xinhua news agency that the spacecraft had entered the planned orbit successfully and that it will be mainly used to test and verify space debris mitigation technologies. That's pretty much all we know about Hyfn, as China tends to be tight-lipped when it comes to its affairs in space. But here's the thing. On November 3rd, the U.S. military detected a companion object in orbit alongside in Hyfn. Space Force's 18th Space Control Squadron cataloged it as an apogee kick motor and assigned it the name 2021-094C. So what the heck is an apogee kick motor? Well, they are used to put payloads into their target orbits. A good example being satellites moved from their transfer orbits to geostationary orbits, also known as GEO. Satellites will sometimes eject their apogee kick motors after use. It could possibly be related to space debris mitigation tests or part of potential counter space operation tests. And that's where we have some concern. According to Space News, this object could be used to test rendezvous and do proximity operations or refueling experiments and not be an apogee motor at all, but it could be Chinese military posturing in space. The two objects are 37 miles apart, which appears to be a deliberate synchronization. If they had just ejected, you'd expect a steadily increasing separation. Here at HYFN-TV, we don't know why Space Force thinks these second objects are apogee kick motors. We don't know if it's just a guess on their part or if they have classified data that is leading them to this conclusion. Hopefully, we'll know more in weeks and months to come. But from hypersonic missile tests to spacecraft machines, it seems that when our Space Force puts out a warning, China responds that there is nothing to see. We will stay on this and, as always, keep you up to date. A couple weeks ago, I reported that this year's turkey dinner was going to be the most expensive on record because of inflation. It sounds like lately, when the government causes a problem, it's left to those in the private sector to create solutions. Jay Will, you got this story?
That's right. St. Mary's Food Bank is planning to hand out over 12,000 turkey dinners ahead of Thanksgiving, but they need the public's help to reach their goal. Celebrating and crossing off the calendar leading up to Christmas is a tradition for many, but others, it's a period of the year marked with stress and the inability to provide a proper meal for their families. According to a press release by St. Mary's Food Bank, the nonprofit was able to hand out over 12,000 turkeys in the last 3 days leading up to the last year's Thanksgiving. The organization expects more people to visit the food bank this year, but only has 3,000 turkeys on hand, just 2 weeks out from Thanksgiving. St. Mary's is putting out a call for all local individual businesses and organizations to pitch in to help the food bank reach its goal and feed thousands of families in need this year. According to St. Mary's, their goal is to provide every family who visits the food bank with a full Thanksgiving meal, including a centerpiece turkey for the holidays. It just takes $13 to provide for a turkey. About 13.8 million or 10.5% of U.S. households were uncertain of having or unable to acquire enough food to meet the needs of all their members in 2020, according to data released by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. In Arizona, in 2020, that number was closer to 12.6% of the population, according to the similar data by the USDA Economic Research Service. Turkeys are currently being accepted from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday up until Thanksgiving at 2 food bank locations, the Phoenix branch and the Surprise branch. Individuals are also welcome to donate at St. Mary's annual Super Saturday Turkey Drive on Saturday, November 20th, where they'll be able to donate to food bank employees and volunteers at 19 local Safeway and Albertson grocery stores around the valley. In addition to turkeys, the nonprofit is also looking for canned food and cash. St. Mary's will be holding a distribution event on November 22nd through the 24th. If you can help, please do. Diego, who you got voted for